Say hello to the viewers.
Hello viewers, how are all of you?
Yes.
Nice to watch Sean on his own not blanking for one.
Yeah, finally not blanking. Finally had one.
Yeah, nice looking fish, what I thought I could see.
Oh, it's a stunner, mate. Yeah, stunning fish. Real scaly. Yeah, I was well chuffed, to be honest. And I had a liner on the right rod. I was like, go on then, right rod. And then literally a minute later, off it went. Right now we're back on the bank. Welcome to another episode, episode vlog, whatever. We are fishing anyway. So we are on Phil's, back up in Oxford, Abingdon to be precise, on the Embryo Syndicate. And I got here very late last night. It's probably about maybe 10:30 I would have thought, if not maybe a bit later by the time I got here. Had a walk around for an hour or two, didn't hear anything show. Spent quite a bit of time, probably sort of 10 to 15 minutes sitting in each swim that was vacant, and yeah, didn't hear anything. The wind was sort of trickling into the far bank. Wasn't the warmest wind, and I've heard fish have been coming out on the back of the wind, so I decided to just get in the closest swim to the back of the wind. Really, that was vacant. There was a few guys on, and yeah, I've dropped into here. So I spent quite a bit of time trying to find a spot to put a bit of bait on, and I have done that on one of the rods. I'll say one of the rods, two of the rods, and basically I put 2 rods on a spot. I just fished singles for about 2 hours, nothing happened, so I then put about maybe 10 spots over the top of them. The left hand rod, which went out straight away, that's a solid bag, just whacked out into open water. I've had a few fish at this time of year, well, last year I had a couple of fish doing that from this area, so I thought why not give it a bash. And that's just on a solid bag, and yeah, that was it really. Quite simple. I've not had any sleep. It's very early morning, it's probably sort of 5:30, 6 maybe, I'm not even sure, I haven't even checked the phone, but the birds were going absolutely crazy all night. I think by the time I got the rod sorted, it was like sort of maybe 1:30 to, I don't know really, but it was early hours, and I ended up having a couple of tins, just chilling out for a bit, seeing if I could see anything show, and it literally just went crazy. There were fish just boshing here, there and everywhere. You couldn't pick a swim where there were more fish showing really. They just seemed to be really spread out. I'd say sort of this upper half of the lake mainly. There's a couple chums sort of further down, but definitely more up in this section. I think I'm gonna just keep a little bit going in on that spot, keep topping it up a bit, maybe keep changing the up baits, maybe try a couple of zigs, sort of mix up the colours with those a bit, just try changing the situation a little bit, but I don't want to sort of start baiting up any other areas and moving too much food around, because obviously they're feeding, they're getting on the bait when they are sort of switched on and feeding, but at other times you are sort of just nicking 1 or 2 really. So I think it's just going to be a case of sticking with the one spot and then maybe just moving a couple of rods around just on singles, so I'm not introducing little patches of bait here and there, and hopefully we can yeah, we can get a fish on a hook bait and hopefully get ourselves a bite. But yeah, we're keep going, and only time will tell. Well, unfortunately I've managed to char grill one side of the wraps because I wasn't paying enough attention, but to be honest I don't mind too much. It's just as well Hugh's not here, because he would whinge like a little girl if he had to deal with that, but luckily he's not here, so it doesn't matter, and I get to smash 2 wraps as well, because normally he'd probably find the other one and deplete my breakfast stores. So yeah, sometimes it's nice not having the moaner on the bank, but anyway. God, this is a lovely little stalky swim. This. Oh, this looks really good for a pike. This is quite deep along here. Oh yeah, there you go. Not as much. So we just had a follow. As I thought, he come out from the right somewhere. Oh! Oh, you bloody idiot. God, you can't... bloody wants it. Yes! Oh, get in. Thought I'd have him eventually. He's not a bad size. No, he didn't. There we go. Oh, there we go, he's quite fit. He couldn't wait to have that, could he? Not a bad little fish. So obviously he had enough to eat. But right. Off he goes. Ah, happy days. Right then, base camp's all set up behind me. Took a bit of time, but that's all done now. It's nice to have everything set up way before it gets... what? It's nice to have everything set up way before it's getting dark. Obviously last night I turned up in the dark, so I didn't even end up going to sleep in the end because I had so much stuff to sort out, and there were so many fish crashing. I was sure I was going to get bite, but like I've said a few times, it's just not happened. Obviously I've moved swims now off of a bit of advice from one of the other members. To be fair, Wayne is he's done really well on there last season. He had quite a few of the good fish, a couple of the known ones, a couple of the originals as well. So he did a really good year, and he started off on a good start already. Now he's had a couple of good sessions where he's had multiple fish. So fair play to him, and it's nice to get a bit of helpful advice just to sort of brush away the doubt, really. So I kind of was half thinking about moving, half thinking about staying. I put a bit of bait in, but as soon as he told me that other people put bait in there, I just knew it wasn't going to be the one, and that I had to get moving. And as soon as he suggested snake pit or the log swim, because they'd done a few fish, well, I couldn't really turn it down really. So I've dropped in there, like I've said, and all the rods are out, bit of bait over the top of them. I've gone in light with the bait in, little and often. I'm not going to go pounding them with bait, and hopefully we can pick at least one fish off before I have to go sort of tomorrow evening time. So I've got a barbecue for this evening, so that's going to be nice. So I'm going to just sit out, chill out, and have a couple of beers, have a barbecue, and hopefully have a few fish. But I'll update you when something happens, I guess. Right then, bit of an update brought to you exclusively from the snake pit. What was that? Okay then, update time. So it's getting into the evening, it's probably about 6ish, I would guess. Rods are out, been out for a few hours as of yet. Just a couple of liners and a few fish boshing to show. Not as many fish showing at the moment, unfortunately, and I've got to stop looking at a bloody LCD. Don't know if anyone else finds that really annoying, but I keep finding myself drifting from the lens to the LCD. Oh, I find it so annoying. Let's turn it around. Right, anyway, what I was trying to tell you was, so, rods and everything are out. Hopefully you can see everything going on there. I haven't put any more bait out. I've literally just left the rods as they are, and it's probably going to be the case for the foreseeable, to be honest. Yeah, we've not had anything else happen, no other fish showing other than actually one showed right down in this bottom corner, which I couldn't believe. It's a bit too awkward to get round to it without bringing with leaving the rods in, I should say. So it's a bit too risky, but yeah, definitely saw some bosh around that way. Other than that, not a lot to tell you. A couple of guys have gotten over on the other side after the guy that was in there last night and blanked, but it'd be interesting to see if they have anything. But yeah, it's looking good still for a bite. I think if it's going to happen either within the next couple of hours or sometime in the morning, or just before it's getting light, sort of thing. But hopefully we can smash a few. I remember the past couple of sessions we've done in here, me and Hugh have always had a few just as it's getting dark, maybe the odd bite in the night, but not many, and then literally an hour or two before dark, and then through to sort of 9-10 o'clock, and then it's sort of shut down again. So I don't know if that's just when the fish are in the area and that's when they feed potentially, but that seems to be when we've had bites in the past. So hopefully I'll get at least a bite at some point in one of those bite times. But like I said, it's not quite as warm as it has been when I fished this swim in the past. Normally we fish this a little bit more going into early summer. Oh look, I'm doing an update again, and there's a friggin' helicopter or a plane. Like, what a surprise. I literally get this camera out, and I swear it's a magnet for aircraft. Just ruining audio, but anyway, I'm just talking crap now, so anyway, that's the update. Like I said, not much going on. I'm going to start looking at getting some food done in a minute. I think I'm probably going to have a fire as well. There's so much wood, as you can see around here. Up behind the back of there, there's so much fallen, dried out timber. I reckon I could probably get a wicked fire going. All the swims, well, not all of them, but most of them have provided a little fire pit. So I'm probably going to get that going and chill out, have a few beers as normal, and hopefully at some point get a bite. But what can you do if nothing happens? It's still good fun being out, isn't it? Anyway, let's crack on. Right then, so Early evening update. It's about 7:30 I think. Just cooked an absolute feast on the barbecue. I ordered a load of meat off of Muscle Foods UK, and basically did like a bulk order, and I would actually really recommend it. It's the first time I've done it. If you have a look, Muscle Foods UK, they do a load of like offers basically, and every now and then their standard packages, they end up adding a load of bulk on, so you end up getting a huge package for the same price of like the standard one. So yeah, I ended up getting that, and I think it was about 65 quid with postage included with that. And excuse me, I literally filled about a freezer, about a tray and a half in the freezer. So yeah, well happy. And the meat is very, very good. Just had some of the chicken. It is so nice. It is such good chicken. And had some sausages as well, and they're also good. Just cooking the or just heating through the wraps. I've got some corn wraps, and I'm just toasting them off and melting the cheese inside them as well, so they're going to be very, very nice. Got a little bit of chili sauce as well to go on that. So everything's good at the moment, although we're still fishless at this time. At least the food's good. Got a couple of tins of actually I got a couple of tins of ale and a couple of tins of cider, so all things are good at the moment. But on the fish front, I haven't really got anything else to tell you. I've heard one bosh out towards the island direction, so maybe in the vicinity of the baited spot. It is sort of 3/4 of the way across to the island. But other than that, not much else has happened. I know Wayne, who'd had a few, he hasn't had anything more, but he reckons the bite time for him is sort of after sort of 10 PM through the night and then early morning, which is kind of what you'd expect really. But anyway, looking forward to tucking into this. So instead of me talking about food, I'm gonna stuff it down my neck and enjoy that, to be honest. So yeah, let's see how it goes. One in the cell, get in. Finally got one. Beautiful fish, like most of them are in here. Well happy with that. Look at that. What a little gem. So yeah, well happy. Caught on the old Ronnie over a couple of spoms, and yeah, finally happened. I've been getting quite a few liners. I was just kind of waiting for it to happen, to be honest, and finally it has gone. So the move's paid off. We got one on the bank. First Phil's fish of the year. Wicked. There's the other side, equally as beautiful. She's a bit frisky after being in the retainer for a few minutes while I was getting sorted out. But you know, when they go to flip, just keep them nice and low, and they ain't gonna come to no harm. But yeah, what a beautiful fish. Anyway, I want to get it back, so well happy. Just gonna do a morning update, mate. You're on camera. Say hello to the viewers.
Hello viewers, how are all of you?
Yes.
Nice to watch Sean on his own not blanking for one.
Yeah, finally not blanking. Finally had one. Right, morning then everyone. As you can see, I'm pretty chuffed with myself. Just got interrupted by Hugh. I was trying to do an update and he called me. You can probably tell he was pretty happy for me as well. It's always nice to obviously get one on the bank, and I'll be honest, it's been a little bit hard work. I blanked last time, he had one, so it is nice to finally get one on the bank. I'm surprised I didn't have anything else. I was expecting another bite, to be honest, considering how many fish and how many liners I was getting, but that's just how it is. Wayne, who's down in the dugout, who's had a few, he said bite time he reckoned was going to be sort of after 10, and he was absolutely bang on. It was just after 10 and that rod ripped off. I've got to be in work tomorrow morning. Originally I was going to stay till this evening, but I think because bite time seems to be at 10, I'm going to make the effort and stay on tonight and pack up really early in the morning, to try and basically capitalise on that feeding spell. So originally I was going to pack up this evening, go home, obviously try and get a few hours sleep before work, and then go to work. But I think what I'm going to do is basically stay on and then pack up really early. So I probably have to pack up probably about 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. But at least it means I can get that sort of main feeding spell that seems to be happening at the moment during darkness. I'm going to miss out on the morning period, obviously, but I think that's going to capitalise on as much time as I can and give myself the best chance of getting a bite. So it's going to be a bit of a grueler going into work after doing that, but I'll probably try and have a little bit of a snooze later on this afternoon, and then also I'll probably get my head down really early. I'm just going to have everything packed down, ready to go. Most of it I'll even try and put on the barrow, I think, and just have everything ready to go, so there's practically nothing out, everything packed down. So all I've got to do is quite literally take the shelter down and sort of chuck it on the barrow and get going. So hopefully it means I'll get another one, and making out a bit of effort, the carp gods might treat me nicely and give me one of the chunks, but we can only try. But anyway, that's going to be the tactic for this evening. Hopefully we can get something today, but I'm going to have to shoot off, I think, in a minute, go and use the toilet facilities, and I'm going to pop down the shop and just get myself a cold drink, as I've been drinking plain water, tea, coffee and beer for the last 2 days, and or 3 days, and I could do with something a little bit different, to be honest, especially if I'm going to stay here tonight, and I might need a little bit more milk as well. But anyway, that's the tactic for the rest of the session. Hopefully it pays off, and yeah, we'll see how we get on. Right, I thought I'd quickly show you what I had the fish on last night then. It was the old faithful, what we refer to as the Clawney, which is essentially a Ronnie rig, but incorporating a Nash claw hook, which is our favourite pattern. I've got it a little bit different to what I normally do. If you have a look at it here, I will do a close-up of this, but this is the rig. I've actually got, instead of the normal ESP tungsten loaded as the hook length, I'm actually using some spliced supple leader material, which is the Avid sort of pin down. And the reason for that is, it's, like I said, it's very supple. You can see it's very supple material, what you would normally use for like your leaders, but it's very abrasive resistant, but it's also got quite a bit of density to it, and so it does sit on the bottom very nicely, but also it's just a little bit different. I just thought it was a little bit different to what I normally use. I wanted to try something different to the norm, really, and just mix it up a little bit and see how I got on. The fish was actually hooked really well. The whole hook was in its lip. It was absolutely nailed, and yeah, I was really happy with the hook hold. I don't know if the material would have made any difference to the hook hold, but it definitely didn't do any harm. But this is essentially the rig anyway that I had it on, and this is what's going to be going out on 2 rods tonight on the spot. Hook bait was a S7 1.5 tones, but what I've actually done with this one, just to give it a little bit of a different boost and a little bit of a different flavour signal, I've actually put some of the what's it called? Some of the switch liquid, which is like a real sort of meaty sausage flavour, and it's very potent, and I think that way it smells slightly different to the freebies, and I think it might draw the fish in onto it and maybe give me a better chance of getting a bite a bit quicker. But yeah, that's the rig that did the business, and yeah, it's a wicked little rig. So like I said, I'm going to have 2 rods on the Clawney rigs tonight, but the third one, sorry, is going to be on the old faithful solid bag. This is one of the small, not the extra small, but the small quarter bags. Brilliant little parcel, a little bit bigger than what I normally use. Obviously I'm not casting too far, so I can get away with using one of the slightly larger ones. I don't like using the massive ones because I think it's a little bit too much feed, but I think these ones are almost like a mouthful, maybe 2 mouthfuls of bait, so that way you're gonna, you know, if the fish don't get it the first time, it's definitely gonna nail it a second time. But inside there I've got a little yellow one of the PB wafters from DNA, and that is basically to imitate the feed. So in my mix I've got quite a bit of corn, and so I wanted to put some yellow inside it, so it almost imitated some of the freebies that are in the spod mix itself. And talking about spod mix, what I'm going to do now is just show you what I've been using to get a bite on this session. So let's have a look at that. Right, the spod mix then, here it is in all its glory. So what I've got in there is quite a bit of hemp. I haven't used hemp a lot this year, but I decided to use a bit of hemp this time round. So I've got quite a bit of that in there. Quite a bit of sweet corn. Obviously fish absolutely love corn, the golden grains. Can't go wrong with that on most waters nowadays. It's an absolute fantastic bait. I've also got some 8mm switch, and then I've got some 12mm DNA Nutter S. I've also got a little bit of the S7 and also the Nutter S in 60mm dumbbells. And I've basically chucked it all in there. I've also had a little bit of the krill powder, not too much, probably a couple of large handfuls, just to sort of thicken it up a little bit, get it down to the bottom so it doesn't sort of take too long to drift down, it doesn't move too far away from the spot. Quite a few of the spots on here now are very sort of quite small areas, to be honest. You've got to be really sort of accurate in trying to get a rod on the spot. But anyway, that's the mix. It's looking pretty good, and yeah, the fish absolutely love it, so give it a bash. So what I've also been doing, just to make it even more potent, is absolutely covering it in this stuff. Now the Secret 7, I absolutely love this bait. It's probably my favourite bait in the DNA range. It's so attractive, so much flavour signals coming out of it. And I don't know what it is, but it's almost got like a fishy sweet flavour signal. But the fish absolutely love it. I've done really well on it, and it's definitely going to be my go-to bait from now on. Obviously I like using that S and that as well, and some of the other mixes, but this is definitely predominantly my main sort of baiting approach is with the S7. But yeah, I absolutely cover this stuff over the top of it. I absolutely love it. It's really sticky, and again, it helps pull some of the smaller particles like your hemp and corn down to the bottom where you want it to be, as opposed to floating around in the upper layers and potentially drifting away from your spot. But yeah, give it a bash. It's absolutely brilliant stuff, and can't go wrong with it. Right then, I haven't done an update for a while, but a few things have happened since the last one, so I thought I'd better give you an update before I hit the bag. But as you can see, I'm in a slightly different surrounding, and that's funny enough because someone's turned up. Although he seems to have vanished. No, he's still not here.
Oi, oi! That is terrible.
That was terrible. Yeah. Never mind.
Oh, they like terrible. They're used to it.
They're used to it now, yeah. So yeah, obviously Hugh's turn up.
It's emotional.
Making the effort, aren't you, mate?
It's been, yeah, I have made the effort, I won't lie. Must have got here 6:30, 7 o'clock. Managed to get the rods out, just gone dark, so that was, we'll see what they've gone out like in the morning, I suppose. Yeah. But yeah, as Sean's probably told you already, got to be off by 10 o'clock tomorrow. So yeah, it's literally an overnighter, but got to be in it to win it. So
there's a few fish coming out in there, so I think you thought, well, why not give it a go? You never know, you might have that one bite you want. So
yeah, the missus gave me the green light kindly, so
can't turn that down.
No, that's it. Made the most of it. So here we are. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So I guess I've kind of told you what I've done already. Really, I've just put the same rods out on the same spots pretty much. Put a bit of bait on it. Hopefully it's going to go. I've got to be off. Probably going to have to get up about 3 o'clock. I've got to get on the road ready for 4 to get home to be able to get into work on time. So yeah, it's a little bit sort of annoying, but I thought I'm going to make the effort again and stay a little bit longer. Hopefully it's going to pay off. I'm happy with one more bite, whatever size. If I can get one more bite, I'll be happy that I stayed. But hopefully then Hugh can finish it off as well and have something when I'm gone, maybe. But
again, I'd be happy with absolutely anything, from a single all the way up to a gigantic 50, record. Yeah. But yeah, anything will do, won't it, at the end of the day? Definitely.
Well, I'm confident. I think you're half confident.
I'm half confident, yeah. Like I say, the rod's gone out in the dark, so for me there's always a little bit of how are they sitting, but you never know. We'll find out, I suppose, in the night, and hopefully we'll get a visit. So
Yeah, well, if one of us can get one, it'd be pretty cool anyway, wouldn't it? We can get some nice on film, so
Yeah.
I guess we'll see what happens. And I imagine I might check in when I get up just to let you know if I've had anything or not. But otherwise, I'll probably hand it all over to Hugh, and it'll probably be rounding up what's happened, I expect.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll see you at 3 o'clock if nothing happens in the meantime.
Enjoy. I'll be asleep.
Yeah. I'll come and wake you up, mate.
Or playing a fish.
Yeah.
Probably a bream. Right, well, good morning. Unfortunately I didn't see you in the night. Nothing to report other than a couple of liners and an insane amount of bird life keeping me up most of the night. But yeah, unfortunately nothing to report on the fish front. I haven't seen anything this morning, although I think I've just heard one bosh down to my left maybe. But yeah, literally I've seen nothing out in front of me. I've only got about 2.5 hours unfortunately until I got to be off because of the ticket times, so we'll keep an eye over there. If there's a few more to show, I might try and have a quick pack up and flick a couple of solid bags out quickly, we'll see. But yeah, got the kettle on, that's the most important thing in the morning, let's be honest. Just done a recast because I wasn't happy with how the rods were overnight, and we'll see what the next couple of hours can bring. Right then, very quick update. I've made a little move, got about an hour left until I got to be off, but yeah, seen a few fish. Well, I've seen at least one this morning, bosh out, just behind me here. Sean's seen a few yesterday. Nothing's happening on the spot, so I thought it's worth a try for an hour, innit? So, let's get a rod out. Well, I'm just going to flick 2 solid bags out. The large quarter ones full of the Cray mini mix and the krill powder, so yeah, fingers crossed. It'd be lovely to finish on a high. Right then, that's all the kit packed up, just got to get it in the van. Thanks for watching, make sure you subscribe for more videos and competitions will be coming soon. Obviously check us out on Instagram at The Fishing Bloggers and also on Facebook at The Fishing Bloggers TV. Until next time, be lucky.